Hey guys, it's Megan. Today I have my April favorites. This is actually the fourth time I have filmed this video. I was in such a funk last weekend filming. I just hated every video that I filmed. It was just awful. So that's why I have taken a week off. I hope everybody is okay with that. But now I am back and better than ever and ready to show you guys my favorites. I have a pretty large collection, so I'm not going to spend forever talking about my intro, and we're just going to jump in. The sun is so bright. I hope I'm not squinting. So my first favorite is the Kiehl's Creme de Corps Soy Milk and Honey Body Polish. This is a body scrub, and it, first of all, smells fantastic. Kind of like a milk and honey scent. It's the Creme de Corps scent from Kiehl's, but what I really love about this scrub is it has really nice scrubbing particles and it doesn't dissolve immediately whenever it contacts my skin. I have another scrub that I've been using in the shower lately. It's the Yes to Coconuts body scrub, and I think it's a sugar scrub, and it immediately dissolves whenever it touches my skin. I don't know if my water is too hot or what's going on, but it immediately dissolves, so I don't like using that one as much. But this one has been great. I love to exfoliate my legs before I shave them, and this has been fantastic for that, and a little bit goes a long way. So I'm loving this one. Next, I have a couple of skincare favorites. The first is a total princess product. You do not need it. I'm just telling you now, don't go buy this, but I have been loving it just because of how nice it is. This is the Amorvixa Queen of Hungary Mist. This is a rose water toner mist, and I spray it over my makeup. I spray it as just a toner. I spray it at the end of the night before I go to bed. It just feels really soothing and calming on my skin. And so I love to spray this whenever I feel like it. So this has been really, really nice for my skin. It hasn't done anything bad to it. And the reason I say you don't need it is it hasn't done anything revolutionary to it either. And it is $95 for this bottle. You heard that right, people. $95. Way too much money. Do not buy this because you don't need it, but I really have been loving it. The bottle is really nice glass, and the spray has a really fine mist to it. So let's just, oh, it smells so good. But the mist is really fine, so it just feels really calming and cooling whenever you spray it on. I love it. I probably just sprayed like $3 into the air, but all for the sake of you guys. Definitely would at least go to Sephora and spray this on your face just to get a feel of what it's like, but you don't need this. Trust me, you don't need this. I'm going to be very, very sad whenever it's gone. Next, I have the Sunday Riley Luna Sleeping Night Oil. This is a retinol blue tansy oil, and it is a really pretty kind of blue-green shade. And what I do with this is I put it on before my serums or my moisturizers, and it is supposed to kind of help everything soak in, but it's also got anti-aging benefits to it. So what it says on the bottle is it is a next generation retinoid oil that reduces pore size, improves appearance of damaged skin, and helps fight wrinkles. So I just find that my skin feels really plump and hydrated whenever I use this, but because it is a retinol, I would not recommend using it every day, and you need to be sure that you're wearing SPF whenever you are out in the sun after using this. So definitely a beautiful oil. It definitely has lived up to the hype, but again, this is a very expensive skincare product, but this one I think is actually one worth the money. Next, I have some hair care. This one I actually got from my mom, and I don't know if you can find it in Sephora. I know that this brand is sold at Sephora, but I want to kind of preface this by saying it is from Wen. So for those of you who are into all the hype about Wen making your hair fall out, I have not experienced any issues with this product. It is the Wen Mandarin Italian Fig Restorative Volumizing Treatment Spray. And what I really like about this is it smells fantastic. I love the scent of fig, and it's just really nice for adding a little bit of volume. It can tend to be a little bit crunchy, so just prepare for that. But let's see, I'll spray a little bit in my hair just so you guys can get an idea of what it's like. So I'll just kind of lift my hair and spray into the roots, and it just gives it a little oomph, a little something extra, and God, it smells good. But I've just been loving this. It's almost like a hair perfume for me, so I'll just spritz it in a little bit just for the scent. I like the effect on my hair too. I have 4 products here that I want to talk about. So I'm going to start with 2. Both of them are from the brand Glossier, and I know I've been promising a blog post for weeks on these, and it's still coming. I just need to take pictures and stop being lazy about it. But I'm not going to go into too much detail with both of these because that's going to be something you can find on my blog, and I'll be sure to post the blog post in the description of this video whenever I have it up. So we're going to start with Boy Brow. This is a brow, I want to say it's like a gel pomade kind of mix. It's got this itty bitty little brush, and it is in the brown shade. It comes in 3 different shades. There's a blonde shade, a black shade, and a brown shade. And what I really like about this is you can just sweep it through, drops a little bit of tint into it, and it kind of locks your brow hairs into place, but it doesn't have like a crunchy hold, and you don't feel it on your eyebrows at all. So I have been completely in love with this. It has taken over my my brow game. I have completely gotten rid of my Maybelline Brow Drama, and I will definitely repurchase this whenever I am done with this bottle. Next we have Glossier's Generation G. This is a lipstick. I want to call it a lipstick, but it's really more like a lip tint. This is in the shade Crush, so it's kind of like a berry pink shade. And what I really like about this is it's so sheer and it feels like there's very little on your lips. It is a little tiny bit waxy, I would say, but the color is just beautiful and it's buildable, so you can kind of decide how much you want to appear on your lips. So this has been really wearable for me. I would recommend wearing a lip balm under or over it just to make sure you are moisturized, because this is a little teeny tiny bit drying, but I really have been loving this a lot. Definitely a brand to check out if you are interested. Next, I have a couple of powder products, and I'm going to start with one that you guys already know I love, but I feel like it should get an honorable mention in this video. It is the Hourglass Ambient Light Powder, and this is in the shade Dim Light. I wear this all over my face every day. Literally, this is one of my hero products that I have to have on my face every day that I wear makeup, just because it gives the skin such a soft focus and it looks so natural. Definitely check this out if you're looking for a powder to set your makeup with every day, because this has been a life changer for me. Next, I have a blush. This is the Too Faced Love Flush blush in the shade Love Hangover. I am going to start by saying I'm not a massive fan of the packaging. I know Too Faced is all about the cutesy packaging, but I would rather have something kind of sleek and really luxurious feeling than something that feels like it could be for a 5-year-old. But that aside, this blush is beautiful. It is a pretty peachy pink shade. I have it on my cheeks today. You can't really see a lot of it, but I tend to go very light-handed with this because it is so pigmented. Literally, it just transfers onto the brush with a small tap. You don't have to do a lot. You know, I'll just add a little bit more so you guys can see it. But it's just a really pretty, long-lasting blush, and I love the shade of it. I think it works so well for spring and summer. And to top it all off, you know I love my magnetized packaging. Oh yeah, that's the stuff right there. Ugh, love it. But this blush has been really great. I definitely wish that I could get a few more of these blushes to have in my collection because they are fantastic, but I don't need more blush, so I'm just going to hold off for now. But this is definitely one to check out if you are in the market for a new blush. Next, I have a nail polish favorite, and I'm not going to show you my nails because they are atrocious right now because I painted them 2 weeks ago and just have let them do their thing. But it is the shade Au Naturel from Essie. This is a really pretty beigey pink kind of pearlescent shade. It is definitely very sheer, so it took 3 coats to get it opaque. But this is just gorgeous. I think it is a fantastic neutral shade if you are a lover of nude nail polish, and I honestly think that this would be great for something like a wedding, whether you're an attendee or in the wedding party. I think it's just a fantastic neutral shade that could work for everybody. But I have been loving this. I definitely am going to get a lot of use out of this over the next few months, especially during summertime. This is a coaster from Anthropologie, which feels like a really dumb thing to have in your favorites, but I have just been obsessed with these. We have 5 of them now. We have 4 that live in the living room and 1 that lives in here on my desk, so I can drink tea, coffee, water, whatever whenever I'm getting ready or filming. So it is this right here. It's this really pretty kind of open crystal looking tile, and it is in this kind of greeny blue shade, which actually matches my sheets pretty well. I don't know if you guys can see them, but they're like right there. But I have just been loving this. I think that they're so nice and sturdy and durable. They are $10 a piece, but because Ryan and I split them, it wasn't really that bad, and they just are such a cool statement piece for our home. And because Ryan's a couple years older than me, he has a lot of the furniture and decor that has gone into our living room. So it feels like the living room is a bit more his space than mine, so I wanted to add a little something to kind of put my stamp on it. So I'm really loving these coasters, and if you are looking for some new coasters to really amp up your space, definitely go check these out. Next, I have my movie favorite, which this month was The Jungle Book. I honestly was kind of surprised myself that it was my favorite movie of the month, but I really, really, really enjoyed it. I was not a massive fan of the animated film when I was a kid, but seeing this one was just so different. Like, the story was similar, but it was more developed, and it still had a couple of the songs. You still had your Disney musical feel to it, but there were a ton of fantastic actors in it. There was Bill Murray, who's one of my personal idols. There was Lupita Nyong'o, Ben Kingsley, Christopher Walken, and the little boy was just fantastic. I forget what his name is, but he played Mowgli in the movie, and he was the only human in the film throughout the entire film. Everyone else was CGI'd. So I thought that it was just fantastic artistry for the CGI, and the story itself was just fantastic. Can't recommend it enough. Go see it. Go see it with your little brother, little sister. Go take your kids. It's really, really, really good. Then I have 2 music favorites this month. The first is Mike Snow, which I know last month I mentioned that I'm in love with Genghis Khan, so we're not gonna stay on the Genghis Khan train, but I did buy the entire album, and one of my favorites from the album is the song My Trigger. So I will play a short snippet of it here, but I will link the video, or a video of it, down below so you guys can check it out. But the sound of the album is pretty similar to that. It's just very upbeat and electronic, very much layered, and has a lot going on in it, but it is really, really fun music to listen to. And then another favorite of mine is by Alessia Cara, and it is the song Wild Things. So I think it's her new single, but I haven't heard it on the radio yet, but here is some of that one. But the main message of that song is probably why I like it so much. It's just about not worrying about fitting in and just being yourself and loving who you are and not worrying about fitting in with the cool kids and doing what everybody says you should do. So I just think that it's a really cool message out there, and I wish that I had heard it when I was 16 and kind of struggling with my own identity, but I think that she's just really talented. She's only 19 years old, and she very much embodies the who cares, I'm just going to be myself kind of attitude, and I love that. I think that's really important to your personal happiness, just to be someone that makes you happy and don't worry about what everyone else thinks. So on that note, I am going to wrap these favorites up, but If you guys watched last month's favorites, I mentioned that I am going to be reviewing one product per month per your suggestions and let you guys pick what you want me to review. For this first month, I picked it myself just because I was making a purchase at Sephora, and I just thought, I'll just play it safe and pick something now because I don't know how this is going to go over. But I did decide, instead of including it in this video, I'm going to make a completely separate video and also introduce next month's product. So look for that in my next video. I'll be talking about my thoughts on the product from last month and then talking about the next product that I'm going to be trying out. So definitely keep your eyes peeled for that. It should be out on Thursday, but I think that's it. I'm just going to wrap this video up, but I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!